Plug your ears.
So sometimes your plans just go sideways, and you got to make the best of it. And that's basically what this video is going to be about. I love history. I like old buildings. I like old trains. Trains are especially cool to me. So I joined a bunch of rail fans, and we decided that we're going to chase the Union Pacific Big Boy 4014 from Roseville all the way across California. It was a great plan, at least on paper. Day one was great. It was hot. It was so hot in Roseville. The heat wave here in California. But the exhibit there in Roseville, where they had 4014 parked, was fantastic. Saw a whole lot of rail fans, spoke with a lot of the people that were actually involved in the restoration of 4014. We got to go inside one of the exhibit cars and see some of the history of the 4014, and not only that, but also the history of the Union Pacific. So all in all, a terrific exhibit. Welcome to a hot, not steamy, but a really hot day here in Roseville, California. We're here today. They have the big boy. We're going to get more into the story of that today, and in a couple of days we're going to chase this big boy up through from Roseville here through the Sierras all the way into Nevada, Sparks, Nevada, that is. But look at this. Isn't this something? All right, and this is Big Boy 4014. That guy's got a great idea on the extending the camera up into that thing. Maybe I should have brought Louie for a closer look. All right, so it's busy. Despite the heat, it's the popular exhibit. So the story goes on the Big Boy. There were about 25 of these built right at the beginning of World War II. Only 4 remain. And yeah, this is the one that apparently was the one that was in the best condition. So this is the one that they basically resurrected, this bad boy. All right, so the story goes, and this is taken out of service. It was actually stored down at the LA County Fairgrounds in Southern California. And then eventually it would be removed from there and brought to Cheyenne, Wyoming, where it underwent a full restoration. Yeah, and to put this in context, this is the largest steam engine in the world, weighing a little over 1 million pounds. It's actually longer in length than a modern day diesel electric engine, and even weighing more than a Boeing 747. So it just kind of puts it in context. This thing is a beast. You know, would you look at that? There's actually somebody under this bad boy doing some maintenance on it. Wow. Yeah, at least he's in the shade. Alright, I think I just figured out. It looks like he's got a grease gun in hand. Yeah, this big old beast is like a living thing, man. And so what I've read is a lot of these pieces had to be machined to basically replicate the original items. But yeah, look at this. This is some beautiful work, man. And then look at the size of these drive wheels. These are huge. And by the way, they call this a 4x8x4, meaning you have four wheels up front. Basically, they're just there to guide the train and carry some weight. You have 4 drive wheels, or 8 drive wheels here, 8 here, and then 4 more in the back. Sounds like we're letting go of a little steam here. Oh, you can actually feel it. Yeah, you can feel the moisture. Alright, here's the firebox or the boiler. My understanding there are over 200 tubes in this boiler right here. Wow. So I wish you could feel this through the screen there. There's so much heat coming off of this boiler right here. It is like radiating hot. But a beautiful restoration, man. Look at this. All right, so the story of the big boy is this was built back in 1941, as you saw in the nameplate there. And these are built back long before they had the diesel electric engines that we see on the rails today. And if you notice, sometimes they'll have three or four of those together pulling, and the idea is they can synchronize the output on those. Well, back in the day of steam engines, they couldn't do that. So if you needed more power, you just had to build a bigger engine, and that's what Union Pacific had built here. Yeah, and when you look at this thing in a side-by-side photo with a contemporary engine, it's about roughly 1.5 times the length of the new engines. The exhibits inside the observation cars were actually quite interesting. There was a small piece on the Transcontinental Railroad and its history. There's another little segment on the Union Pacific and how it served to help build America. There was even a section that helped me understand basically the drive arrangement of the 4014 Big Boy, the 4884, and what all that meant. And probably most importantly that day, the crowds are moving slowly through these because, again, being 109 outside, the observation car had some fantastic air conditioning, so that was a nice reprieve. Okay, so Tim's telling me that the first 3 cars behind Big Boy here, those are basically items they need to maintain or maybe even repair the Big Boy en route. And then behind us are the ones you see, the little skylines on top of the cars. Those are the passenger cars, which, by the way, those are going to be filled up on Sunday with passengers, and we'll be chasing those all the way to Sparks. They'll probably be in a much more comfortable accommodations than we will be, but I think we'll be having more fun. This is an interesting look inside here. We actually got a dryer back there. And if I did not mention it before, this was added as as a means of slowing this bad boy down on the mountain passes. I thought maybe it was for motive power, but we're being told no, this is added just as a safety precaution to help keep this thing slowed down on the descents. We're walking past this, and I've never seen one of the electric motors this close. Look at that huge electric motor. I don't know what capacity it is. Maybe I'll look that up, but all liquid cooled somehow, some way. And then, of course, those powered by the diesel engines inside here, which spin a generator. This is a beast. There is a lot going on here. So I'm assuming this is our water for steam generation coming from connected from one car to the next through this huge hose assembly here. Wow, two of these big boys. And then that's plumbed up to the big boy. All right, so Tim and I were just talking to Ed Dickens, and he is the, what was his title, Tim? The director?
He's in charge of the Union Pacific Steam Program.
Yeah, he's in charge of the Union Pacific Steam Program. And I was asking him specifically about these parts here, these connecting rods. And he said these were all fabricated there in the Cheyenne, Wyoming machine shop. And basically what he said was anything that could be saved was saved if it was economically feasible, or if it was cheaper, they would just discard it and build new parts. And then basically anything with over 1 million miles on it was gone. So impressive piece of work. And by the way, I was asking Ed too, these pieces you see here in front of you, they were built on equipment that had never been used to build them before. So it was all kind of one-off stuff. Nice work. Look at this big old knuckle here. All right, here's a really good then and now moment. Yep. 1940s on the left, 2024 on the right. How about that? All right, that's going to do it for day one. And we'll regroup on Sunday. I want to make sure I get the train, not just my mug in here. Regroup on Sunday somewhere east of here. Chasing this bad boy up the mountain all the way to Sparks, Nevada. Tim is piloting the chase vehicle, so we have hope. All right, I'll be running the camera. Yeah, he'll be doing the most important work. So, all right, see you then. But before leaving Roseville, we went by the Union Pacific Rail Yard, which, as I understand it, is one of the largest of all the rail yards of the Union Pacific. What was really kind of cool there for me too was they have a huge maintenance shop. So we went by, grabbed a few photos and a little bit of video of that. So I'll make sure I include that in the video as well. Yeah, he's not sounding too well. Look at this engine shop. And from there we went home, took a day off, came back a few days later, and then we started the pursuit of Big Boy 4014. We decided that we would intercept it at a little community called Colfax, which we did, and then that's where things kind of went sideways. So here's where we will end it for the day. The Roseville station. We'll see you in a couple days.
Rolling around all day out there, guys. Let me see what they've done. What's Verdi? Break from the train, air should be coming up.
All right, day 2 of the chase. Tim's monitoring the radio, and we're near Colfax. But interesting development: a tree has fallen across the tracks, and we're looking at, what they say, Tim, maybe a roughly 45-minute delay. They're thinking.
Yeah.
So here we sit. What a cool sight, though. So here's the plan. We'll get a video clip of a train coming this way, and hopefully, if things work out, we'll get some drone shot of this this bridge crossing over here. And a little bit of a crowd here. Small. Hopefully it didn't get much bigger than this. But there it is.
Who knows when it's going to get?
Who knows?
It's going to be at least.
Well, you know what?
All right, and while we wait, I'll just share some information I read. I shared a little bit of this on day 1 there in Roseville, but this is a big boy. 1 to 25 made, roughly 6,200 horsepower, 1.2 million tons, and designed to carry, 3,400 ton freight over the mountains at the design goal anyway was 40 miles an hour. They said on flat ground this thing could end up to 70 miles an hour. So quite an impressive beast of engineering here. And man, this is a beautiful spot up here in Sierra Nevadas. We're probably less than an hour east of Sacramento. I'm looking forward to seeing them go across that bridge right there, but much better weather today. And this overcast, man, I'm thinking this is going to give us some awesome video and photographs today. So we'll see how the chase goes. This thing moves along at a pretty good pace, so hopefully we can stay in front of it. We're going to give it a good try anyway. Place has been discovered. while killing time, I noted, look at this. The concrete post down to the wooden post. That's pretty cool. What I want to show you is this. Looking back towards your bridge, it's all concrete. I've not seen this here in the U.S. When Kelly ran in Japan on the high-speed rail, we saw it was nothing but concrete. So I wonder if they're converting everything to this. And after nearly 4 hours of waiting, Big Boy finally arrived. So I had the tripod set up, capturing the video you got right here. I had already crossed the tracks, I was in the bed of the truck, I had Louie ready to launch to get some epic video of Big Boy crossing the I-80 bridge. And Louie, for the first time in our relationship, he laid down on me, man. He would not sync up. Okay, so even though Louie let me down, and we've since made up and he's working again, and yeah, seeing Big Boy 4014 up close, that was awesome. That was awesome. We had to quickly get back in line and get back on I-80 and head east and try and get ahead of him once again. And we did. And we found our next location and were able to get some really awesome photos. So let me show you those now. After chasing Big Boy through the beautiful Sierra Nevada mountains over Donner Summit, our final stop would be just across the Nevada state line in a little town called Verdi. There, the Big Boy crossed the Truckee River over a really cool truss bridge. So we would set up there, get some final photos, a final video clip, and then that would be the end of our day. Alright, so that's going to do it for our very abbreviated train chase for the day. But it turned out, had a good ending. Slow start, but had a really good ending. So, I mean, look at it, it's beautiful around here. So, short as it is, that's the video. And good day all in. Definitely a good day. We'll see you in the next video.